headphones designed specifically for runners, here's my review of the Trekz Titanium Air headphones coming up. Hello everybody and welcome to another running gear tech review. My name is Ben Parks, 236 marathoner and ultra runner, and what I'm going to talk to you today about is this brand new headphone from a company called Aftershokz. This is called the Trekz Air and it replaces the Trekz Titanium that they had out recently. So yeah, this is a headphone designed specifically with sort of safety in mind. Really high quality product for runners and cyclists alike to get out there and be able to go about their day-to-day running with sort of that sort of safety as a big important aspect. So yeah, this review we're going to go through it in 4 different sections. So I'm going to talk about how easy these are to use, how you can sort of connect them up to your phone and on how all of that works. So the quality, sort of what they're like. I've been using these for about 4 or 5 months now. So yeah, so really sort of in-depth bit about the quality, the value for money aspect, and also how useful they are. We spend a lot of money on tech gadgetry these days. So yeah, how useful are these going to be in your lives? So yeah, let's get cracking on with the review. So without further ado, let's get going. So the first thing we're going to talk about is ease of use. So yeah, pairing these up to your phone, super simple. You just hold down the pairing button, then the blue light starts flashing under here. It means it's in pairing mode. And then yeah, just go on your phone and put that into a sort of pairing mode as well, and then within a few seconds they are synced up. Then yeah, every time you turn on the headphones, the lady speaks to you and says connected. I've had this connected to my iPhone here for, yeah, as I say, about the past 4 or 5 months. It's never ever not connected within sort of a couple of seconds of turning the headphones on. The only thing, if you do sort of leave your house or something, by the time you come back they are going to be disconnected. You just have to sort of connect them again just by turning them back on. So yeah, it's really super simple. As I say, I've never had an issue with them not connecting up. In terms of comfort and how sort of easy they are when you're out and running, again, it does take a little bit of time to get used to it. You know, they are sort of a slightly different headphone. You're not really going to have worn anything quite like this before. But yeah, once you've been on a sort of a couple of runs, they really sort of, you kind of forget they're on. You know, I often quite finish my run, I never really take them off. I kind of forget I've got them on my head. They really are sort of super comfortable after a while. So yeah, in terms of that sort of ease of use, sort of how comfort they are, really impressed. I haven't had any issues whatsoever. So can only award that a 5 out of 5. So moving on to quality. Now obviously when you buy any sort of headphones, especially in this sort of price range, you're going to want a really sort of good quality product. And in terms of build quality, I've had, yeah, again, 0 issues. Absolutely nothing has gone wrong. There's not really a lot to break, but everything is built. You know, you really feel like you've got a really high quality product in your hands when you're using these. But I guess more importantly, sound quality. What are they like as headphones? You know, that's why we're buying them. I've got to be honest, you know, I think anyone that's buying these for some sort of premier sound quality, you're not going to get that. They are sort of these this sort of new style bone conducting headphones. But yeah, for when you're out and about running, it's perfectly adequate. You know, I listen to a lot of podcasts, a lot of sort of spoken word stuff as I go on my runs. I can hear clearly everything that's going on. You know, there's no sort of big sort of bass on the music you're listening to. But yeah, as I say, for what you're getting in that sort of safety aspect, if you can hear what's going around you, you are going to lose a little bit of that in the sound quality. But for me, perfectly adequate, and yeah, really haven't noticed any sort of difference when I'm using these to when I'm sort of using regular headphones. So yeah, I'm going to award these 5 out of 5. Right, moving on to useful. Well, for me, you know, I live in the centre of London, and as I say, these sort of leave your ears open to be able to hear all the sort of dangers and the traffic and the noise going on around you. So yeah, sort of obviously at times you're not really going to hear much of what's going on the headphones, but then you can hear all those dangers around. I only really notice that when I'm sort of really in a high sort of dense part of central London where there really is a lot of noise, and quite frankly I'd rather hear that noise than what's going on in my headphones at the time. So yeah, that sort of useful aspect, to be able to run really safe and really aware of what's going on around you. But on the flip side, when I'm trail running and things, you can hear the birds in the trees, you can hear the animals, you can hear the water, you can hear the river, so you can sort of really connect with nature as well. It isn't all about, you don't always want to block everything that's going on around you. Also, these do take calls, so if somebody rings, you can answer the phone just by sort of pressing on the button here on the side. Yeah, you do get quite a lot of wind noise. You are going to have to stop really to speak to that person. But when you're around the house and things, you want a bit of a hands-free option. They're really good. I probably take all of my phone calls that I take on these headphones when I'm speaking to clients and things. So yeah, really sort of very useful from that point of view. Also, so many headphones these days are banned in races, especially in the UK, under sort of English athletics rules. But these are allowed in pretty much every race that I've seen that has banned headphones. They have a special clause in there to allow you to wear these because you can, you're open, you can hear what's going on around you. So really good, useful aspect to have there. So yeah, for me, really useful. I use these absolutely every day. And of course, I can only really award those 5 out of 5. And finally, moving on to value. Well, yeah, these aren't the cheapest product. These are the most expensive line in the line of Aftershokz headphones. These are retailing about $149 US or 149 British pounds. So yeah, sort of quite high end, but obviously nothing compared to what you can pay for headphones these days. For Bluetooth headphones, obviously you can buy a pair for £10 on Amazon and off you go, and they'll probably be absolutely fine. So I can't really, they're not trying to compete with that sort of market at all, but that sort of market they're in, that sort of safety, that running specific market, there really is nothing else around quite like these. Also, they do have some slightly cheaper models that don't have all the features that the Trekz Airs do. So yeah, if money's a little bit tight, then maybe have a look at something else in the range. So yeah, at that sort of price level, I'm going to award it a 4 out of 5. So there we have it, guys. Just a few other little points about the headphones that I think are worth mentioning but didn't quite fit into those categories. Yeah, they have this little sort of button on the side here that's sort of one press for a pause and a double press to skip onto the next track. I find that actually quite annoying, and I wish they had another button on this side that would be sort of for one feature and then that would be for the other feature. Quite often I think I'm skipping, I've got 2 clicks and it just actually pauses it and then you're not really sure what's going on. So yeah, that could be updated. A very sort of minor niggle with that one. And also, yeah, if you are sort of planning on using these for anything other than running, so maybe you're on a plane or on a train, in sort of quite sort of noisy environments, they're really not going to be very good. Not only can people sort of around you probably hear what's going on, because these do emit a little bit of sound. So if you're at home and you're sort of on the settee or something, you're listening to your music, other people around you are going to be able to hear what's going on. The same sort of thing on a train as well. Also, rather bizarrely, they do actually include, as you can see here, some of the ear defenders that you can sort of put in your ears when you're using your headphones. They say that's for, when you're on a plane or something like that, to sort of completely block out the noise that's going on around you. But as I say, very sort of minor point, you might have another pair of headphones, high-end headphones, that you use specifically for that sort of thing. As I say, these aren't really designed for that, so I don't really want to personally sort of mark them down points for that. But yeah, feel it's sort of worth mentioning. So there we have it, guys. That is my review. For those mathematicians among you, you'll be able to work out that, yeah, I'm going to award these a full 19 out of 20. Really impressed. I'm using these every day. I get a lot of comments, people asking me what headphones are you wearing as I'm running along on my Instagram stories and things. So yeah, really sort of recommend you guys, if you've got the sort of budget, then check these out for your next running adventures. Thanks very much for following along, guys. If you like this kind of review, I'm going to have a lot more things coming up. We've got some of these Hoka models that we're going to be testing out in the next few weeks. So there'll be lots of new content coming up on the channel. So yeah, a like and a thumbs up. Are you using these? Let me know down in the comments, or if you've got any sort of questions that I haven't touched here, by all means let me know down in the comments as well. And I will see you in the next one.